welcome to yarnspirations for another video tutorial on crochet stitches. In this particular video I'm going to show you how to do the puff stitch. So you'll see here I'm using my 5mm hook. I've already kind of started the base chain here. I do have my Super Saver Redheart yarn. It's a light gray that I'm using. So I went ahead and started with the foundation here and with single crochet, and I chained, I think it was, you have to chain an even number, so I chained 14 and then I just did a single crochet across of 13 stitches. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to turn our work and we're going to work into the first stitch here. We're going to yarn over, we're going to insert our hook, and we're going to yarn over again. We're going to do this one more time. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over again. We're also going to do this once more. Yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over. So we should have 6 loops on our hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull through all of these loops. So I do find that with the puff stitch it's a little tricky. I like using acrylic yarn when doing the puff stitch. It's a little easier. It slides through a little better than it does with cotton. So then in the next stitch we're just going to do a single crochet. And now we're going to work in this stitch. So we're going to yarn over and insert, yarn over, insert, yarn over, insert again, and then we're going to come up through all the loops on our hook. And then again, sorry, I bumped the camera. We're going to do a single crochet. We're basically just going to repeat this all the way to the end. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, insert, yarn over, yarn over, insert, yarn over. I guess it all depends on your tension too. I think sometimes when I do the puff stitch I go a little too tight and it makes it hard to get through all these loops. So sometimes I have to start it all over again. And then we're going to single crochet into the next stitch. Okay, yarn over, insert, yarn over, insert, yarn over, yarn over, insert, yarn over, and we're going to pull through all of these loops. And then we'll single crochet into the next one. Okay, so just a few more stitches here. I'll just finish up with this. Maybe I'll throw in some music so that it's just to entertain you. Add some pictures maybe. Pull out some more thread here. Okay, so we're at the end here, so we are going to do a puff stitch in the last 2 stitches. yarn over, yarn over, yarn over, and then we're going to pull all through. Okay. So now we're going to make sure, and you want to make sure when we do this next round that we're going to count our stitches, because we only want to do 13 across. So we're just going to do, so you can see now that I've turned my work. This is actually the front, the right side, I guess you'd say, of your work, so you can see how the stitches have now, they're all puffy now. So we're just going to single crochet the next row, because if you continued on doing another puff stitch, then these would end up on the back side, so you wouldn't have a consistent flow of the puff stitches on the right side. Okay, so now we're going to chain 3 again, and you're going to start into that first stitch there. We got to yarn over, insert, yarn over, insert, yarn over, insert, yarn over, and then we're going to pull through all these loops. And that happens sometimes, and then you have to start all over again. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Now we're going to go through all through these loops. So yeah, so I mean, even I haven't mastered the puff stitch. I mean, I think it depends on your tension that you're using. And, you know, even sometimes the hook, I do find that with these hooks that have like the rubber grip on them, they have more of a rounded edge. I do have other hooks that have more of a pointier end that I do find easier to go into stitches and pull through. Yeah, like even this is a little bit wider too. I think when you have more of a hook there, it's easier to make sure that you really have a grasp on that when you have to pull through so many different stitches. So it's best to just try different hooks and see how they work and just practice. I mean, I haven't done a lot with the puff stitch. I've made a couple beanies, so I'll put a picture in here of beanies that I've made with the puff stitch, which I think looks really neat. I do like the texture that it gives to the project that you're doing. But yeah, so you're just going to continue all the way across again for your next row, doing your puff stitch, then a single crochet, and then a puff stitch and a single crochet. And then you continue on with a row of single crochet in between each row of puff stitch, so that all of your puffs will end up on the right side. So I hope that you found this video has helped you with the puff stitch, that you're able to follow along. If you would like to see another video on this, or maybe I think what I'm trying to do is come up with different patterns that I can do that are fairly quick, 'cause it was something like this, we could do like a square, which you could, you know, make many different, like depending on the size, we could do like 4 inches by 4 inches. And then you could just make several of those squares and then block it, put it together into one big blanket. I think it would be a really nice blanket. So you could do different colors with these squares using the puff stitch. Dishcloths can also be made with the puff stitch. It gives it kind of a bit more texture for like scrubbing purposes. So that's something else maybe we could work on as an actual pattern and project to complete. But thank you for watching. Give it a like, put a comment of a certain stitch that you would like to see, or if there's a pattern that you would like me to try that maybe you're trying to figure out. I'm also trying to, you know, jump on here and do a video if I need to learn a stitch myself, and, you know, try to kind of learn it with you. You know, with the technology we have now, maybe I can somehow have a recording of my phone going through the pattern so that you can see it and inserting it in this video. Not sure if I can do that with the filmmaker program that I use, but we'll see. We'll see what I can come up with. I'm slowly trying to build my channel here. So I did also want to mention that I have another YouTube channel. It's another YouTube channel that my fiance created, and that's Reseller Life. I'll put a link in the description. He's self-employed and he's a thrifter, I guess is what he is. So he finds, you know, sometimes antique items and sells them on eBay. He has a store on Amazon where he sells a lot of items as well. So we also created a YouTube channel for that called Reseller Life, where we, you know, discuss things that we have found. You know, if you're looking for something a little different to watch, you can go check us out. Give us a, you know, a like and a subscribe. That'd be wonderful. Anyways, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for my next video.